Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Silvertrac Extra, where we give you tools, tips, and tricks to improve your guard management, retain more customers, win more contracts, and gain the upper hand against your competitors. Here are your hosts, Chris Anderson and Johnny Page.
What's up, Silvertrac Nation? Johnny Page and Chris Anderson back in action here with one of the veterans of this Silvertrac Extra, all the way back from episode number 3.
That's right, that was a big episode.
Has it been that long? Wow.
It has, yeah. I think we're sitting on, I don't know when this exactly will release, but we're going to be about on 65, 70, somewhere in that area. So a lot's happened. We've definitely progressed a little bit, but we're here live at the ASIS 2015 show with Dan Vincent from Vernon Security. Dan, what brought you to ASIS show? What are you looking for when you come to things like these?
Well, of course, Silvertrac brought me to ASIS show.
Here's your money, Dan.
Right, exactly. Johnny Page brought me. I got to meet him in person today. And Chris Anderson, obviously, they're all looking sharp. And also over there is
Casey, here's our model.
Casey, yeah.
He looks like a straight out of a JCPenney's magazine.
So Dan, tell us, you've had the chance to walk the floor and you've talked to a couple of the vendors that you currently use. I think we actually asked you this in the existing or the previous episode. You use Quantec, you use Team Software. Tell us, what are some new things you learned about existing products that you're already using?
Oh, well, there's everyone seems to be working on their products to make them better, more efficient, and more user-friendly that I see. You know, the tech age is we're in it, and everyone's trying to keep up with the pace, because it's just every single day you see something new, and I want that, and mainly functionality and ease of use, I think.
Yeah, Dan, tell us, you're a big tech guy. You use software, everything from paperless proposal, Quantec, Team Software. How do you get past the hump? A lot of times we have guys buy software and then it'll sit for a little while. How do you get past the stage where you know what it could do from your business to the point where it's actually generating a return? Do you make a commitment when you purchase, or what's your mindset when you go and you decide to buy new software?
Well, normally you're going to pre-plan, right? So I pre-plan months out. I'll look at other softwares and compare, and really look at ROI. So what's going to be a return on my investment?
Yeah.
Like with Quantec, it's being able to not have the traffic come into your office, and then utilizing the interface with Team. That saves tons of money. That pays for the software alone just by entering people.
Yeah.
So there's and then you got to commit 100%.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to use. We're using forward. You got to get your team's commitment.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's new for Vernon Security? What are you guys working on? What's the next stage hold for you guys as a company?
Growing. We're looking at moving forward, making acquisitions, and getting some high-level management on board as well.
Okay.
So a lot of exciting things coming up. Won't reveal them all right now, but we're changing also and adapting. We want to be one of the front runners of the security industry as well, and adapt with what's coming up in the future.
Yeah. So I think the last time we talked, we kind of touched on your ability just to manage people, and we went towards you're not using salespeople right now. Or before, when we left off the episode, you said, I'm actually not going to have a business development manager. I'm working on some new things. You kept that behind the veil. Then what did you decide to do? Do you have a business development manager now, or?
No, we haven't needed one yet. I mean, I think everybody needs somebody to develop business and keep going.
Yeah.
But finding that right person is obviously challenging. So I do a lot of the business development myself.
Yeah.
Make calls, go every time I come into town or am around, I get new contracts, and just about being out there and being in front of them. You got to be the first one that they call, or they know when they have a problem that they can call you.
Yeah. So you get a lot of your business from referrals, right?
It's all referral or just going to network events, getting in front of the actual people that make the decisions.
What fuels the referral machine for you? Why does someone pick up the call? Why does someone pick up the phone or recommend Vernon Security? Your customers are obviously out there saying, hey, they do a great job for me. What do you think what are you doing on a day-to-day basis that gets them talking to their partners about using your security as well?
I think our tools, actually. When you have the right tools in place, you're utilizing them correctly, Silvertrac, Quantec team, and they see that you are actually on top of technology, it makes a big difference to me.
Yeah. Dan, is it possible for an owner of a security company to love what they do?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
What do you say to someone out there, a guy who owns a security company that isn't just loving what they're doing every day they wake up?
Give me a call. I'll buy your business.
There you go. You heard it. So if you're visible and you're looking to sell your company, call Dan Vincent. That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, because I think we find a lot of guys. Of course, here it's been a great pool of people. I think if you come to an event like this, you're looking to improve your business, you're looking to improve professionally. A lot of great people here who really enjoy what they do in the industry. I think it's a sad thing when we talk to guys who they clearly don't enjoy what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. And I think it's definitely opened my eyes a lot to the security industry being more progressive than maybe I thought that it was even just a couple days ago. It's pretty interesting stuff we have here.
Nice to meet people, see them face to face.
Well, and the ASIS show is overwhelming. If you go around, there's all kinds of different products, and you just need to really stay focused. And I always gather just tons of data. So my customers ask me about cameras or about interfaces or something else, I can lead them down the right path. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of off the wall stuff here. I mean, there is some pretty interesting.
What's bizarre?
Oh, there's bulletproof products. There's infrared products. There's just, you name it, security related wise, locks and everything.
Yeah, we're standing about 20 feet away from an X-ray machine that goes in an airport. I think there's quite a bit here.
Everything. Casey, what's that thing you saw that destroys diesels? We're on a podcast right now. What's it called?
I don't know the name. It's
speaking of the mic.
RSSI, I think it's called.
Yeah, pretty cool.
We got great videos of semi trucks being destroyed walking through.
Oh, that's the. I think they use that at the Pentagon actually.
Yeah.
And it can take a fully loaded diesel at 60 miles an hour and stop it in its tracks. So
wow, I wish they would demo that.
They can't stop a fence jumper.
No, they can't.
A guy with a gun, they can't stop him.
Well, that's a whole nother. Yeah, that's a whole nother issue, right?
Yeah. Obama.
Yeah. Well, this is awesome. We've had a great time.
So Johnny,
with you.
No one's ever interviewed you and what you are going to be, your future with Silvertrac, and how you see the vision of Silvertrac in the next year, 2 years, 5 years. So where do you see your company going in the next few years?
Well, I tell you, this is a big step.
It's actually Chris's company, sorry,
yeah,
but the company you are working for.
No, yeah, well, it's a big step for us coming to this show. For a long time, I think we all were from the school of thought that it was easier to control what we were doing on a day-to-day basis of growing our business outside of the trade show, where we couldn't quite calculate how valuable it was. I think through a day and a half of the show, it's been amazing. Just the impact of being able to meet our customers in person has been huge. I mean, I think this is really a springboard for us to the next stage. We're getting a little bit more aggressive with how quickly we roll out new releases of the software. We're getting a lot more intentional about servicing our customers, making sure that you, as our direct customer, can turn around and continue to service your customer the best possible. I think I just told someone the other day that it's a new mission of ours to make sure that Silvertrac users in the security market are extremely disruptive in their markets. I want the phone ringing left and right with security companies who aren't using Silvertrac saying, I need Silvertrac right now because I have a competitor down the road who's using your system and they're losing the contracts left and right. That's what I want to hear. We hear that a little bit now. I want to hear it even more over the next year. So hopefully that's a little insight to what we're doing. We're just becoming a lot more even. We've always been about the customer, but we're just becoming even more about that. We find that if we take care of our customers today, they'll take care of our customers tomorrow. So really living that out, I think, is
cool. Very good.
Yeah, it's exciting. It is. There's a lot going on around here. It's cool to pop up the podcast, and we'll be sure to have a lot more coming your way. Silvertrac Nation, who wasn't able to come to the show. If you haven't been, Dan, do you think it's a no-brainer? You got to come to a show like this.
Yeah, you do. I think there's a lot to learn also on the classes, a lot of good classes too you can actually go and sign up for. It's not cheap, but I think the return on investment is huge.
Yeah. What are they like? Have you been to any this year?
Not yet.
But do you have one planned?
No.
No?
Nope, not this year.
I don't know that I've seen the schedule yet. Of course,
a lot of good classes, school. There's just a ton of different ones that are out there. But I think next show, I'll probably go to the next show next year out of state. I'll probably go to the actual classes as well.
Of course, you've been doing this for a long time. You could probably teach a couple of the classes on your own.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I could teach what not to do.
Right.
Right.
Yes,
I think we all could write a page in that book. For
Hey, I
sure.
think we should introduce, since we're here to show our Silvertrac man here,
Yeah.
Casey Evans. This is the voice of Silvertrac. Those of you that got videos,
Yeah.
go ahead and say
if,
Casey.
yeah. If you've heard my voice, if you have a video, but probably haven't seen my face.
Silvertrac Steve, give him a little line.
Have you seen my my Silvertrac Steve? What are they? An avatar?
Yeah.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
With my glasses on.
Yeah, it's funny. I see people walk into the booth and they've heard some of our videos before, and I see them kind of stare a little weird at Casey. Like, that's just. Are you the guy?
sold
Are you
me.
the guy? Yeah.
You've
Are
got
you the
some
one?
great voices. You got to do your Indian voice real quick for everybody.
That
This
would
is
be
Indian voice.
kind of offensive.
That would
I
be.
think.
Don't do that.
Can
Come
we get
on.
through
I
that
got a
out?
couple
Okay.
of Indian people from India here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is cool. We've actually met.
We even got to monitor our own podcast.
Yeah,
Really?
right.
You can use the F word, but you can't
Always.
monitor. You can't do an Indian voice on the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to America.
Well, let's take this back. We've talked to people from Finland, from Kenya, from
Yep.
Japan,
Nigeria,
Be careful how you say that word.
Denmark,
Yeah.
Belgium,
a
Well,
lot.
that's what
Puerto Rico,
India?
Brazil. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was
Brazil.
people who you never meet. That's what I think this has been cool.
Yeah, it's
who
pretty
you
amazing.
never meet anywhere else. You meet them right here at ASIS. Plus, I learned how to pronounce it. I think on previous podcasts I
Yeah, you know
said
what we learned today?
ASIS.
You can't
As is.
As is, because they were worried about ISIS, right?
Yeah.
That term?
Yeah.
They
So
switched it.
once and
Did
for
you hear that?
all, we resolved it is ASIS. So.
ASIS.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap up here. Thanks so much for
Yeah,
tuning
Dan,
in.
thanks for joining us.
Of course, yeah, Dan. Always.
Thank you.
It's great to have you. Great supporter of the show and of Silvertrac as a whole. So we appreciate having you on. If you want to see a written copy of everything that was said here on the podcast, or if you don't want to see a written copy of everything said on the podcast, be sure to check out silvertracsoftware.com. All of our resources, we have a brand new resource center there. Be sure to give us a visit and tune in for future episodes.
Got my $20 now?
Yeah, give it 20 bucks. 20 bucks.